Let me take you back to a young man named Joseph. He was loved by his father Jacob, but hated by his brothers. Why? Because Joseph had dreams that one day he would rise above them. Instead of celebrating, his brothers were filled with envy. One day, Joseph was sent to check on them in the fields. But in their jealousy, they plotted against him. They tore off his colorful coat, threw him into a pit, and later sold him to passing traders. Imagine that pain, betrayed by your own family. Joseph was carried far from home into Egypt. He became a servant in Potiphar's house. For a moment, things looked better, he worked hard and was blessed. But then came another storm. Potiphar's wife lied about him, and Joseph was thrown into prison. Think about it, Joseph did nothing wrong, yet he suffered injustice. Isn't that our question too? Why do the innocent suffer while the guilty walk free? But here's the secret, even in the prison, God was with Joseph. In prison, Joseph helped other prisoners by interpreting dreams. He asked them to remember him when they were free, but they forgot. Years passed. Imagine waiting in the dark, forgotten, wondering if God even hears your prayers. But heaven had not forgotten Joseph. At the right time, Pharaoh had a dream no one could explain. Suddenly, Joseph was remembered. Joseph stood before Pharaoh and, by God's wisdom, explained the dream, 7 years of plenty, followed by 7 years of famine. Pharaoh was so impressed that he made Joseph governor of Egypt, second only to Pharaoh himself. From pit to palace, from prisoner to prime minister, Joseph's life turned around in one day. But the story was not finished. The famine spread across the land, and the same brothers who betrayed Joseph came to Egypt to buy food. They bowed before him, not knowing it was Joseph. Joseph wept as he revealed himself. He said words that explain why God allows suffering and evil. You meant evil against me, but God meant it for good, to save many lives. Genesis 50 verse 20. Here's the truth, suffering is real. Evil is real. But God is greater. He can take betrayal and turn it into blessing. He can take injustice and bring justice. He can take what the enemy meant for harm and use it for his glory. Maybe you are in a pit right now. Maybe you feel chained by betrayal, sickness, poverty, or injustice. Hear this, your pain is not wasted. God is writing your story. The cross of Jesus Christ is the ultimate example. The greatest evil, the crucifixion of an innocent Savior, became the greatest good, bringing salvation to all who believe. Your suffering can lead to your breakthrough, just as Joseph's did. Suffering will not last forever. Revelation 21 verse 4 says, God will wipe away every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain. That is the hope we hold on to. Friend, your suffering is temporary, but God's love is eternal. If this message touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Click like, share it with someone who needs hope, and subscribe for more Bible stories that strengthen your faith. And in the comments, share with us, how has God turned your pain into purpose? Let's build a community of encouragement right here.